GCSE Physics Paper 1, determining density, let's go through it. And let's firstly remember that density equals mass over volume, and if you're dealing with a regular shape like a cuboid, you would measure the height, the width, and the length of that shape, and you'd multiply them together to get the volume. If it's up to 30 centimeters long, then you can use a ruler. If it's up to 15 centimeters, you can use vernier calipers, and if it's up to 3 centimeters, you should use a micrometer. And once you have the volume, use a balance like this, find the mass, and then you can do mass over volume and you've got your density. But hold on a second, what if it's an irregular object, like a rock for example? Well then you stop for a second and you think, well I can't use any of those measuring tools we spoke about earlier to find the volume, so what should I do? Oh yeah, Eureka! Use a Eureka can. And the Eureka can looks like this. So you fill it up to the spout so that the water's just at that level, and then you put your irregular object in there, making sure you have your measuring cylinder at the end of the spout ready to collect the displaced water, and then you look at the volume of the displaced water, and that's the volume of your irregular shape. The rest is the same. You still use a balance to find the mass, and you still do density equals mass over volume. As with any experiment, make sure you remember to talk about repeats. So you might measure the mass a couple of times, you might measure the volume a couple of times, and make sure that you find the mean of those values before you calculate your density. And that's because you may want to eliminate things like random errors, which could be as a result of you measuring wrong. So you can measure a couple of times, find the average of those results if they're all concordant, and then use the average to do your calculation. And another random error could be as a result of dropping the object into the Eureka can. So you want to make sure you're gently putting it in so that no water splashes out, and therefore you've got an accurate reading of the volume of that object. And to avoid systematic errors, you want to make sure that you zero the balance every single time, so that before you put the object on the balance, it reads 0 on the balance. If it reads something like 0.5 grams, every single reading you take is going to be off by 0.5 grams. That's a systematic error. Make sure you guys remember this, and hopefully it comes up tomorrow in your exam.